young people lang, no? Ngabi wala lang yung dagar ngabi sila Wika, palang waran siya. Aldis waran hit Muwarr, pangkahan. This one waran, yung nemare bukol, yung waran dyan naman.
Fire is part of the identity of Indigenous people. They've been using fire for a very long time to manage resources, look after country, and it's part of their cultural fabric. Demystifying fire for other Australians, I think, is really helpful, and also just making other Australians or non-Indigenous Australians understand how much there is to learn about living in Australia, a fire-prone continent, from the original inhabitants.
We had the Nyangumarta Rangers kitchen track. We come out for do some fire research, looking at the spinifex, the fire, when everything been burned, what year, how old the fire is. It's important really to mainly because coming into the late season, them big fires coming in. We could monitor for some patch burn, and because when a big fire coming in, it just wipe out everything, big hot fire, and we gotta monitor them. And mainly them patch burns, you gotta put them in, through the outer edge of the fire and feel low, and then you need to work with that to put them patch burn in. It's very important, to stop big fire coming through later on in the year.
We came down to do some firework with some IDA mob. They showed us some mapping the areas where the last fire been burned, that how long the fire been burned for, and we're gonna wait so the rangers can start doing fire burning for the next season.
So what really we're trying to do with this project is work with them to develop a way of monitoring their firework, but in a way that makes sense to them. So it's really important that this monitoring is built from the ground up, so that TOs and rangers are explaining what they're trying to do and why, and then we can construct a monitoring program around that so that it really suits what the rangers are doing, it speaks to them and it makes sense.
Taking this tool that we've developed, which measures right way fire in desert country, and talking to elders and talking to rangers and seeing if that tool will work for them, understanding from them what good way fire looks like for Nyangumarta country, and using the tool to measure and show that, to translate their knowledge into numbers and maps and a whole lot of different ways that we can communicate that to different people.
The rangers could use it themselves to help plan their own fire management. They could use that information to talk to their community about what they've been doing on country. And if they want, they can use that information to talk more broadly to the general public or to funders about ranger work, what it's trying to achieve, or what the sort of progress has been over the last few years.
You can protect sacred sites and no-go area, and looking after the birthplace of people and the waterholes, maintaining the country itself, and looking after it, getting rid of feral animals.
This week it's been just so important and so valuable to go out and spend time with Nyangumarta elders and rangers and really spend the time to have these conversations and to flesh it out, to hear their knowledge and to make this tool better.
Patchy fires for certain places, in certain area for country, where you have bilby, for example, and other animals that use the grass for the habitat, and how you manage with the spot fires, patchy fires, and putting into the area, putting patch there and then burning maybe next few months down another patchy area, just breaking it up a bit, the vegetation in certain parts of the certain area that you want to burn on the country, and how you protect the bilby, for example, as well, and other animals that use that part of the country.
One of the ways of looking at healthy sorts of country is having a lot of variety within a reasonably small area, so it's quite accessible. It's accessible for people and it's accessible for animals. That's healthy looking country. So that idea from ecologist background, I suppose, is what we'd say is a healthy looking country and a much more stable more resilient to wildfires and lightning strikes happening. The view from Nyangumarta was very similar. There was the same sort of messages coming through. So that was, yeah, it was a really great conversation.
Yeah, this tool is just a new way of telling an old story. People have been burning this country forever, and they're still out there doing great work with new technology, and this tool is just about helping them to show the work that they're doing.